How long did it take you from doing that first bar in your kitchen that wasn't pretty but tasted okay till actually getting your first manufacturing order complete?
Manufacturing order. So the process is sort of that we went to the manufacturer and we started with prototypes. So
Okay.
before we even got to the point where we were ordering, a few thousand bars, it was a prototype where they'd send us a box of say like 8 bars, very small, just for us to get an idea of what we were making. So I would say honestly, it probably took at least a year before because we had to do the packaging too. We had to do the graphic design. I had to hire someone to help me make the art for it because I was like, you know, what is this bar going to look like? And I wanted to do something really different in terms of the packaging. I feel like most bars on the shelf, they look the same. I don't know if you know, but the actual ingredients are hand drawn on here by our graphic design team. The apple, the cinnamon stick, uh, the peanuts, the dark chocolate chips. So I wanted to do something really authentic and unique, but I would say probably a year or so. It definitely took a while, and we kind of had to go back and forth and make adjustments. And even to this day, like we're striving to like raise the standard of our bars. Like going forward, I even want to do more R&D because I think there's always things that we can do to make our bar better, to add ingredients, to have new lines. So, I kind of never want to stop in terms of raising the bar and striving for excellence.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, I know for me, a number of the things that I like about it, obviously the ingredients. Uh, I love the fact that there's a high amount of fiber. Most bars are very low in fiber, and they're stripped of their fiber because of the ultra processing. The taste of them tastes so real and authentic, if you will. They're like sweet enough to give you that taste, but they're not excessively sweet like a lot of bars taste like candy bars. One of the things I want to get into, and we'll figure out exactly how to take it, are basically the challenges of having a bar with all real ingredients. Because I know there's a number of them. Sometimes, fake ingredients make the bars taste better. Sometimes fake ingredients allow it to have a more stable shelf life, or a longer shelf life, I should say. Sometimes fake ingredients make it cost less. So, what are some of the challenges, maybe including some of those, or and including some ones that I have not mentioned? What are some of the challenges of keeping yourself restrained to just real ingredients and not adding artificials and preservatives and that kind of stuff in it?
Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, you named a really big one, which is the fact that there are ways to make a bar taste quote unquote better, but a lot of these bars are more like a candy bar. And, part of the challenge is educating on the fact that we're not just trying to be a chocolate bar, or we're not trying to give you this super strong artificial taste that in nature things taste a bit different. They taste more real, and it takes a certain person to appreciate that too. So I think along our journey, we've also had to understand that our bar is not necessarily for everyone. Some people love fast food, some people love processed food. That's just not really the approach that we have. We're a holistic, health conscious, like whole real ingredients. Like when you have fruit has a sweetness to it, but in a different way that is more real, that is more natural. And that's what we're trying to create in a bar. That's what we have created in terms of a bar. So that's definitely been a challenge to let people know that we're trying to get the best taste possible while not compromising on our values, and having a bar made with whole clean ingredients, fresh batch, simple, and a fewer amount of ingredients. Our bar has about 11 ingredients, and I've looked, most bars have close to 30 if not more. So we're not putting any of that unnecessary junk or chemicals into our bars.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there, and then I'll let you go into the other stuff because I think that's so true, right? I think one of the reasons why I probably like the bar so much is because I am somebody who eats probably 95% of my diet from real foods. And therefore, like, you can taste the flavor. Your palate is just so much different. Somebody who's just always eating fast food, their palate is different. Sometimes it takes a little while from transitioning from fast food and processed food to real food for you to actually really start enjoying it. You know, a lot of people don't enjoy the vegetables or the fruits or whatever whole real foods are until they start doing it for a little while and their palate actually does change. And like now, I actually don't really like the fast food things because they really just don't taste as good to me and they do taste artificial. So there's definitely something to the your palate and the type of person that you're trying to reach when it comes to your consumers and stuff.
Absolutely. And to kind of go off of that point, I think that, your palate is somewhat dependent on your lifestyle. So I've had some people that have come to me and said that the bar grew on them after they started going to the gym or after they started taking care of themselves more. So I think you're absolutely right. I think that it depends on where you are sort of in your life and the things that you're pursuing. If you're going after more pleasure and maybe not doing as much in terms of taking care of yourself, you might resort towards those foods that are more artificial. But when you're really taking care of yourself, it's almost like your palate is going to adjust to things that are more real, that are more natural.